A very good afternoon. Knives, makeshift weapons and bolt cutters, just some of the items Kent police say they have found near the so-called Camp for Climate Change at Kingsnorth. The revelation about the haul of weapons comes as police face criticism for the way officers have handled protesters at the camp after a series of clashes and arrests at the site at Hoo. Well, our environment correspondent Mark Norman joins us live now from Kent Police's headquarters. Mark, what have the police had to say today about the weapons find?
John, they say that this is direct evidence that there is a hardcore group of people at the protest camp, and they put that number at around 100 or 150 people who are intent on unlawful action. In particular, they say these items could be used in this so-called day of protest next Saturday to shut down the existing power station. This is what the Assistant Chief Constable had to say to us earlier on.
You see here what is a very small array of what we've recovered during the course of searches at Climate Camp. The property you see ranges from bolt croppers to knives to fence cutters. We don't want to stop food going into the site. We don't want to stop essential material going into the site. However, we've got to strike a balance with ensuring that material which you can see arrayed in front of you doesn't go on there and cause a subsequent problem and end up getting somebody very seriously hurt or worse.
And John and Mark, what's the reaction of the protesters being to these findings and yesterday's clashes?
Well, two things to say here, really, John. Local people staying on the camp from the Medway town said they were appalled at yesterday's police action. They say they are going to make an official complaint next week to the Independent Police Complaints Commission. They said, to quote them, the police action was over the top, and they intend to make that complaint next week. Organisers of the protest camp, who I spoke to this morning, have been talking about police revelations and say they're appalled and outraged as well, and that there is no evidence that any of this material is directly related to people staying at the camp, John.
Mark, thanks very much indeed. More tonight, of course, at 6:30.